Professor Gibson. This is a video on percent change. All right. So before we talk about percent change, first let's talk about absolute change. Okay. So the absolute change is the new amount, whatever that is, minus the original amount. All right. So there's been some sort of change. Let's say the new amount of whatever it is 300, and it started at 250. Then the absolute change would be like that. It would be $50, 50, whatever, often dollars, but sometimes other stuff. Now the percent change, a little more complicated. It's a fraction actually. So in the numerator, it's new minus original again in parentheses. Divide it by original. Okay, that'll get you a decimal, and then times 100 to get you a percent. Now, oftentimes, instead of asking for percent change, they will ask for percent increase or percent decrease. A little bit careful here when you do the percent decrease, because it's usually a decrease when you do the calculation will come out negative. But in a way, the minus sign is already built into the word decrease so that you won't have a negative in your answer. Okay, let me show you how that works. Professor Palm bought a new car last year for $42,000. A year later, the car is worth $33,000. Unfortunately, that's pretty much the way it works. First year drops a lot. What is the absolute decrease in the value of Professor Palm's car? Well, the absolute, we're just going to subtract them, right? The new amount, $33,000, minus the original amount, $42,000, gives me an absolute change of negative $11,000. Okay, dollars, right? Now, what's the percent decrease? Okay, so now, remember, so the formula, new minus original, right, in parentheses, divided by original times 100. Okay, 33,000 minus 42,000 divided by 42,000 times 100 gets me negative 21.4%. Now, because it asks for the percent decrease here, you don't report the negative in the answer. The negative is already built into the word decrease, so your final answer will be 21.4%. Okay? All right, let's look at a different kind of question. Last year, New Deal Auto Parts made a profit of $350,000, while their competitor, Al's Auto Parts, made a profit of $250,000. New Deal sales were what percent larger than Al's? All right, so the trick here is which one are you going to divide by? You're going to divide by the one being compared to at the end. Okay, so when they do something like this, the answer then is going to be, you're going to do the percent change formula, okay, or the percent difference formula. So Al's is going to be the original. The one you're comparing to is going to be the original, all right? So 350 minus 250 over 250, 250,000 each time, right? Whoop, forgot my parentheses, times 100. Okay, so the amount then turns out to be, get the calculator here, 40% is the answer to this one. All right, let's do the next one. Al's sales were what percent smaller than New Deal's? Well, it's the same thing, except that now we're comparing two New Deal's numbers. So New Deal's profits will be the original in the formula. All right. And this turns out to be 28.6%. Okay. Last, Al's sales were what percent of New Deal sales? Well, now this is just asking for a percentage, so we're just going to straight up do the division. All right. That'll get us a decimal, turn it into a percentage, we multiply by 100, and we get 71.4%. All right, that's it for percent change. I hope you found that helpful.